oh, my lighting is terrible because I don't have any lighting in here. I am in my kitchen. I didn't add any extra lighting. And I'm going to use my countertop, and we are going to wrap some presents. Here, let me flip around. There we go. The lighting isn't that great, but I'm not trying to showcase putting on makeup or anything, so we're just going to live with the so-so lighting right now, because I didn't drag something else in here. Usually I set up something to have good lighting, but yeah, I'm not bothering with that right now because I'm just wrapping presents. So I thought we would do this for fun. So, you know, I can have company. Even if you watch it later, that's okay. You can watch the replay. It will still have company. Now, this right here is something I ordered for me. That is something I ordered for me. And I don't actually want to save this till Christmas because, or birthday, I want to wear it. It is something to wear, and it is something to wear. Next week I'm going to do cooking and baking and all kind of stuff, and it is something I would like to wear. At least I think that's what's in this box. I want to wear it for cooking and baking. Can you guess what it is? You probably can, since I just told you what I want to do with it. I have no idea if they will work, but we're going to find out. Let me make sure it's what I thought it was. Yes, it is. Okay, are you ready? Are you ready? There it is. I ordered a couple of aprons. Oh, and apparently I got some vitamins too. there's my vitamins. Let me put that away. It made it free shipping, yeah. And plus I needed those vitamins. I got one like this and one like this. And I want to go ahead and wear these now because I'm going to do the cooking and the baking, and I want these new aprons. They're aprons. All right, let's try the aprons. Let's move this out of the way. So I'm not saving that for Christmas, even though I kind of got it for Christmas, but I'm not going to save it. I am going to wear it. Okay, let's try. Oops, I'm trying to flip this around where you can see, although I don't know that you can see me. Can you see me? It's not the best thing in the world, is it? Oh. All right, let's go back to this. Hi, Michelle. I just opened up something I bought for myself. Here we go. I got some new aprons, and I'm not going to save it for Christmas because I want to wear them next week when I'm cooking and baking and stuff for Christmas. My lighting is just terrible. It's terrible because I didn't put any lighting in here to be fancy lighting because I'm just going to wrap presents. But I found these on Amazon. They looked so cute. They're like vintage aprons. Look at this. It's wrinkly. But, all right, so first what I'm going to do is I'm going to tie it around my waist. I think I am, here, let's do this. I don't think you can see it that well. Oh, I'm about to drop my box over here. All right, let's let it fall. Okay, we don't need it up that high. Let's tip it down. Okay, here we go. Ooh, it's really nice. It's supposed to be like a cottony material. So let's tie it around. I love aprons. I love vintage. I love old-fashioned stuff. I've always been old-fashioned. But when I was a kid, I wanted to wear Victorian clothes. Okay, here we go. Oh my goodness. This is adorable. This is adorable. I'm just going to tie it one time. Okay. I don't know that you can see very well. Here, let me turn it this way. I want you to see the whole thing. Oh, look. Okay, I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see that far away. Where did I put my glasses? Here they are. I'm using the phone as a mirror. Here we go. Do you like it? It's so cute. It's so wrinkly. But look how it flares out. It is. It's like supposed to be like a 50s skirt. Oh, it's adorable. I don't have any quite like this. Okay, there's that one. All right, let's try the other one on. It's probably the same, but I will see what it looks like too. This is a lot better material than I thought it would be. It's real nice and heavy. Not heavy, too heavy, but it's not flimsy is what I'm trying to say. All right, let me put on the other one. I don't even know if they were from the same company. I don't know. But I was hoping they would come before Christmas because then I can do my baking. And these cute little aprons. It makes it so much more fun. Makes it so much more fun. This is the other one. I gotta find out where we open it. There we go. Oh, this one's a little, well, no, it's slightly lighter weight, but still really good. All right, let's find it. Oh, I love this one because it has a ruffle. Oh, now this one. Oh, this one's different. This one you have to put over your head. Oh, that's fine. Okay. Oh, it's so cute. on my glasses so I can see it myself. They don't have pockets. That's okay though. But I like how it's like a full skirt. And this one has the ruffles on. Look at these ruffles. Ah, they're cute. I could twirl, but it's only halfway. It's half a twirl. Now let me take my glasses back off and pull this over my head. So they are different companies, because one of them doesn't tie at the neck and the other one does. They both work though. So there's my new little aprons that I didn't want to save for Christmas. All right, let me flip this around again. Okay, here we go. We're gonna wrap some presents. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I just love things like that. Makes it more fun. More fun, more fun. Okay, so let's get to wrapping my presents. All right, here we're gonna wrap. Let's see, which one am I gonna wrap first? Let's wrap probably the bigger one first. Now, I've already wrapped half of them another day, but I'm gonna wrap the other half today. So I'm going to wrap, these are some flameless candles. They have a remote control and everything. They're really neat. Okay, so let's see. Paper, let's do it paper. Let's do the silver paper. I'm going to cut off the extra piece here. Here we go. Silver paper. Oh, it reflects a lot, doesn't it? That's all right. Reflects the light. Okay, so move that little piece aside. This paper is really cool. I think this paper I got at Walmart one day. But look, so it's two-sided. So you have that option or that option. I love that. So you can, it's like two papers in one. You get two papers in one. All right, so let's see how I'm going to measure this here. Measure it that way. Now I do it the other way. Because these are two boxes, so I don't really want to move the box. Okay, if I do it that way, that's what I'm looking for there. 1, 2, 3. Oh, I don't think that's quite big enough. Let me see. 1. Try not to knock my tape on the floor. 2, 3 goes to there. I would have to go across the front again. 2. Maybe it is. Ooh, it's so close. It's so close. I don't know if it'll make it or not. Let's find out. Okay, so we're going to go there. To there. Okay, so I'm going to cut it. Let's move the box. I'm in here at the kitchen counter because this is like the most room that I have that isn't the floor, and it's still not enough room. And I don't want to do the floor, because if I do the floor, my back will be killing me by the time I get done. Because there's nothing to lean on the floor. And my back does not do well that way. It just does not. So we're using the kitchen counter. And I don't have a table at all. I have no kitchen table, dining room table. I have no table. When my former husband left, that's one of the few things he took was the table. The dining room table. He took the dining room table and the entertainment center, which I didn't care about that. I didn't think I'd have room for an entertainment center in an apartment anyway. And I probably really wouldn't have had room for the dining room table either, because it was really big. But I do wish I had them though, because I like them. So that's why I have no table. I never got one because, well, what am I going to sit down at a table by myself and eat? No. So I don't really need, I didn't get one. Because I just sit on the couch with the TV tray and eat. Am I doing it that way? No, it's got to be the other way. I don't think it's going to fit that way either. Well, it was supposed to fit this way. I don't think it's going to fit. Oh, there go my scissors. Oh, they didn't fall far. Back up their scissors. All right, let's see. How close are we here? Yeah, it didn't fit. All right, so let's cut a strip. Oh, let's get that strip here. There we go. Instant fix it. It's just going to be the bottom. Is it the same on both sides? No. Okay, so let's do it upside down. This will be the bottom. Oh, this is not working. just knocking everything onto the floor. Hold on, let me pick it up. It's because I've also have the presents that I'm going to wrap sitting up here, and that's what's not working. Okay. So we're going to put this on this way. So we will put an extra piece on the bottom. It's just not wide enough to do it this way. Wants to tape to my finger. Why does it want to tape to my finger? So how are all of you tonight? Are you done Christmas shopping? I have actually been done Christmas shopping for a while. I don't usually get done real early, but I did this year. I got done real early. It's mainly because I thought of something like, oh, I know what I want to get for people this year. And, all right, that just made it easy. Once I decided what I was getting, it was easy to get it. And it was all stuff I ordered. So fast and easy. And then I thought of a couple more people. Oh, I really should get something for this and something for that one. But still, I ordered everything. Boom, we're done. All right, let's see if we can do the ends here. That's the end. Yeah, there's the end. Okay, let's take that down because I kind of have a gap here too. Let's see if it'll cover it. But I love to be done. Ooh, I love to be done Christmas shopping. All finished. Oh yeah, this will cover, I think. Okay, so we're going to fold that in. All the way up here. And we're going to go in this way. Somehow I have an excess of paper on the end. There we go. And then we're going to try to fold that little mess up. Look at that. It's a crinkly mess. And it just came untaped. This is a little bit of a stiffer paper, so it's not wanting to cooperate. Okay, so I do need an extra piece here. Once I get this done, it doesn't want to fit. So, there we go. It doesn't want to cover the gap. I am usually much better at this than this. First one, kind of a fail. But we're going to make it work. And they will not care. They probably won't even notice. You'll rip it open in a second anyway. Alright, I need you to be flat in here, paper. Flat. It's not going to lay flat. There we go. I don't know why it's fighting me. Oh, look at this. Seriously, come on. Come on. Why does it like your finger? Why? It just curls around your finger like it's holding on for dear life. Oh, no, come on. Now it's crinkled on itself. All right, let's cut it apart. Maybe I'm not supposed to wrap presents today. It's all against me. It's against me. All right. I'm going to win. I'm stubborn enough to fight tape and win. Trying to get all this to lay flat here, though. Okay, there we go. Kind of pieced together over here, but let's don't tell. Here, let's see. You want to see the ridiculousness? There we go. It's pretty. So pretty. Yes, not pretty. That's okay. It will be pretty on top. It'll be pretty on top. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and cut a piece now because I know I need it. I'm going to tape it on the inside, not the outside. Right in here. Right there. And there. Okay. Take that one down. wanting to slide on me because I've got 2 boxes together. All right, here we go. Now, have never been the gift bag type person. I don't like gift bags. I like wrapping paper. Now, if you want to wrap it in wrapping paper and then put it in a gift bag, that's perfectly fine. But I like the gift bags. I just don't like unwrapped present in it. Like, oh, come on, wrap that thing. It's just I love wrapping paper. Oh, here we go again. Is my finger a tape magnet? This wasn't doing this to me the other day. I wonder if it's... Well, I did get a new thing of tape, but it's the same brand. Regular old Scotch tape. Okay, let's see if I can get this bottom piece folded and flat. Okay. No crinkling, please. Okay. Then we're going to fold in this other side. It wants to crinkle in the corners because there's too much paper there, though. Okay, folding. Well, that's much better with it taped on the inside here. Much better than the other side. All right, now we got to get the piece at the bottom to lay flat again. Oh, we're getting there. Boy, that is really way too big over here. There, now it's not. The old trusty scissors. We will fix it. I think I measured it. I did not do a good job of measuring this one, and I usually do. But I think the reason I didn't is because I have 2 boxes stacked. And so I couldn't, like, flip them around and measure it well. Because they wouldn't stay stacked. So, didn't measure very well. Alright, here we go. Oh, looks perfectly fine on top. Doesn't it? Okay, so now let's put some ribbon. I love to do ribbon. I love ribbon. Let's do the, just like rainbow ribbon. Let's do that. I have all kinds of colors of ribbon. Okay, there's my piece of ribbon. Actually has different colors in it, although you can't see it at the moment. Do, 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 do. There we go. Now you can see all the colors. There we go. So then let's put... Looking for the color I want. That blue will do. So let's take some blue ribbon. Little ribbon. This is skinny ribbon. Take some of those. I love the curling ribbon. This is what takes the longest in wrapping presents, is making the curling ribbon. Because I could wrap it and be done in a minute. I like to curl with the little ribbon. My mother always did this when I was young. She always put this curling ribbon on all the presents. And then when I got old enough to do this, and she found out I liked it, she was like, okay, you are wrapping all the Christmas presents. Of course, I couldn't wrap my own. You are wrapping the Christmas presents. And I'm like, okay. I loved it. She was thrilled. The main presents that the whole family would get, like my brother and sister, I didn't wrap their main presents either. Because, you know, that was a surprise for everybody. Oops, too long. There we go. So we're going to tie these three. Together. But I don't know, did I start this story on the other live one time? I don't know. But when I was young, we would start Christmas Eve. And we would have Christmas with my mom's side of the family, and then Christmas Day, and then we would go and have Christmas with my dad's side of the family. And then Christmas Day, we would go back to my dad's side of the family and have Christmas dinner. So we had all our present wrapping, all our present opening was done Christmas Eve. That was mainly because my parents are both night owls. And neither of them wanted to stay up all night wrapping presents and then get up at dawn so we could open them. So we opened all of our presents Christmas Eve. Plus, then we didn't have to be impatient and wait, and it wasn't too hard to get us to go to bed, all those things. So we would start about 4 o'clock or something, and then we would go either to my mom's sister's house, my Aunt Sharon, or they would come to Mom's house. And we would, for several years, it was everybody would come to our house. And we would have dinner Christmas Eve. And it was potluck, so my mom would make some of it, my Aunt Sharon would make some of it, and then my grandmother would maybe bring us something, and then we had Aunt Mary, who was my grandfather's sister, and her husband. So we would have dinner. Then after dinner, the children, because my aunt had 4 children and I'm one of 3, and then my mom's brother had a couple kids. So sometimes they were there, sometimes they were not. So there were 7 to 9 children in this one. And so after dinner, the mothers, my aunt and my mom, would say, let's go outside, kids, and take a walk around the block and see if we can find Santa. Because it would just be getting dusk, starting to get dark. We'd take flashlights and we would walk around the block. Nobody was outside. It was just the neighborhood. And, family neighborhood. And so not a busy neighborhood. We would walk around the block, and my grandmother would go too when she was able to do that. And we would walk around the block. I'm looking for the right sticker here. Hold on. The right name tag. And we would look up in the sky looking for Santa. And what we would do is anytime we would see anything, usually it was probably an airplane, that had a red light that was moving, especially if it was a red light, it must be Rudolph. That must be Rudolph, and he's heading for our house. Here he comes, heading for our house. And if it was a white light, that's okay. That was just a light on Santa's sleigh. So anything we saw, any light in the sky, if it was a moving light, that was Santa coming. It's got to be him. That's got to be Santa. So we would walk around the block looking up in the sky every year. And then we would go back into the house. And when we got in the house, the 2 fathers, my dad and my Uncle Robert, they would say, oh, you're not going to believe it, but while you were gone, Santa came. And he said he did not have enough room on his sleigh for all the presents. So he had to drop a few off now, so he has more room on his sleigh. And guess what? All of these presents were here. So basically what this was presents that my aunt and uncle had gotten for us, and presents that mom and dad had gotten for her sister's kids. So we were basically exchanging presents, but we, of course, had it all be Santa. Oh, you all missed Santa while you were out looking for him. You saw him in the sky? Yeah, that was him. That was him, and he was heading our way, and he landed and dropped off these presents while you were gone. And here they are. And so we would then open the presents to each other, and they all said from Santa on them too. So of course we knew they were from Santa, because that's what they said. Okay, now I'm going to wrap this present. This is one I bought myself. Yes, I buy presents for myself. If I don't buy presents, I don't have a husband to buy presents for me anymore. So I do usually get a couple presents from my brother and sister, and I love that. But this gives me more to open, and actually this helps my mother feel better more than anybody, because she gets kind of sad knowing that, that's all I get. And I don't really care. I'm not there to get. I just like being a part of it. If I get one present, I'm happy. But, she feels I'm being deprived, and it makes her sad. And so she's like, oh, get some stuff and wrap it up for yourself, and then you can have presents to open, and you don't have to just sit there. Okay, so that's what I'm doing. So I bought a couple of cookbooks for myself on Amazon. And actually, I haven't looked at it because I'm saving it for Christmas. So I am going to open it, though. So when I open it on Christmas, I will not, let's make sure that is what it is. It is. So I won't have to fight that to open it on Christmas. So then I'm going to get me some paper. Let's do the blue one, maybe. So I found two cookbooks I wanted on Amazon. One was called a vintage cookbook. It was called, what was it called? I've already got that one wrapped. It was called let's do, well, that one kind of fits. I'm trying to make sure I don't run out of paper again. It was called something like Long Lost Recipes or something like that. Long Lost Recipes from like a Betty Crocker cookbook. And I'm like, okay, that's right up my alley right there. Long Lost Recipes. Let's get that. So I ordered that. Okay, hold on. Let me see how far I have to go with this one. And this one, this other book, is actually called Walt Disney World Recipes. And I'm like, oh yeah, I gotta have that. Okay. So I got a book of Walt Disney recipes. I don't know which recipes they're gonna give me. Well, I don't care. I love books about Disney and cookbooks. So there we go, best of both worlds. So I have, this one is the one about the Disney recipes. And the other one I already wrapped is the, like, long lost recipes or something. So I'm curious to see what these are going to be like. So let's put this here. And then, you know, I've got my phone on here too, so this is also taking up room. I'm trying not to knock it off. I just like need a whole big table. I wish I had that big table that we used to have. I miss that big table. Of course, I don't really have any place to put it, but I do wish I still had it. Especially days like this. I wish I had it. I could sure use the space. Where I would put it. The middle of the living room is where I'd have to put it. But I'm making it work. At least I don't have anything too terribly big to wrap. I'd have to do that on the floor. And I'm glad I don't have to do it on the floor. My back would be hurting. So that is what we would do with my parents when I was little. I loved walking around the block looking up in the sky for Santa. Even when I got older, where I knew, you know, that was being done for the little kids, let's say. I still liked doing it. Because it was, you know, you just ate a big dinner, and then we'd go outside and take a walk around the block. That was actually really good to do. Take a nice walk after your dinner. And then my dad and my uncle would have all the presents that Santa had to drop off waiting when we got back. Guess what, kids? Santa was here. It was great. So then after we would do that, about 8 or 8:30, not 8 o'clock or so, then we would drive over. This is what happens when you have all of your family that live in town. Then we would drive over to my other grandmother's house, my dad's side of the family. Now they had 7 children, those grandparents. My mom's parents had 3 children. My dad's had 7 children. So I was one on that side of 17 grandkids. And my grandparents gave presents to us all. They also gave presents to their children, or the children and the children's spouses. They gave presents to everybody. And we would go over there, and we would all have already eaten dinner. So we would sometimes have snacks and stuff over there, snacks and maybe desserts. Of course, we had desserts at Mom's too. We had a lot of food. And then we would all open the presents. And now opening those presents, that took quite a long time. My grandfather, when he was alive, he died when I was a sophomore in high school. But when he was alive, he would dress up as Santa. And he would sneak out of the back door of the house and come in another door and be like, ho, 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 there's my, you know, I think we all knew it was him, but we didn't care. It was fun. And he would come dressed as Santa and get all the presents from under the tree, which there were, the pile of presents was bigger than the tree. But he would get all the presents one at a time, and he would pick, well, it was whatever kids wanted to. So he would say, who wants to be my helper? Who wants to be my helper? And what, you know, usually it was the littler kids. They loved to do it. And they would go up there, and he would pick up the present and say, okay, this belongs to so-and-so. And sometimes they might or might not remember who is that. And he would point the direction. Okay, go on over there. That's where she's at. And he would point them to the direction, and they would come deliver the presents. So the littler grandkids would bring the presents to everybody. So then the other thing that we did in that is that all the aunts and uncles the adults, they would draw names. So my grandparents bought presents for everybody, but the aunts and uncles, they would just have to buy one present for one other person. And then the cousins, since there were 17 of us, that would be a lot of presents to buy everybody a present. So the cousins would also draw names. So we each had one present to buy for a cousin, and my parents each had one present to buy for either a brother or sister-in-law or brother or sister. And so there were 5 of us, so we only had to we had to bring 5 presents to exchange. And we had somebody's name, so we kind of knew what they would want, you know. And then when we got a little older, we started asking, you know, well, what would they like? So we kind of knew what somebody wanted. And then we would open all the presents. And that took, I mean, seriously, that took an hour and a half, 2 hours. Because there were so many. And we would have presents everywhere. And then we would be ready to go home. It would be close to 10 o'clock. And Dad would say, okay, kids, you stay here with Mom. So we only lived a couple, 2 or 3 miles away. We didn't live very far away. Just a couple miles, really. And so Dad would say, you kids stay here. I'm going to go home and check and see if Santa's come yet. So, yeah, he would check to see if Santa had come yet. And actually, you know, help Santa out. So, when he would come back, and we would all just be playing with our cousins and stuff, and he'd come back to pick us all up and tell us, okay, kids and Mom, get in the car. Looks like Santa has come to our house. So go ahead and get in the car. We'll go home and check. So we would go get in the car and go home, walk in the door, go into our living room, and sure enough, Santa had come, and there were all our presents. And that is why we opened them Christmas Eve. Because my parents were like, we're sleeping in in the morning. And even if we got up as kids and wanted to play with our toys and get up by ourselves, they didn't care. But, you know, they wanted to watch us open our presents, so we always did it at night. So then Christmas Day, we would get up and go back to my dad's side of the family gathering. We'd go back to Grandma's again. And everybody would cook something. And everybody in the family kind of has a specialty thing or two that they cook. And we would have potluck. And everybody would cook something and we would eat. What would we eat? And so then we would go eat lunch at Grandma's. And you could either go home shortly, or a lot of times, we did this for Thanksgiving too. A lot of times we would eat lunch. And as kids, Mom would tell us you can take one toy with you to Grandma's, and we would usually take a game or something we could play with the others. And then all the cousins, we'd all play games. The boys usually liked to go outside and play football or baseball. Now, the girls could have. We weren't forbidden. The girls could have played baseball or football too, but there wasn't one of us who wanted to. No, we did not. So the boys would all go outside to play. The girls would go play whatever games we had, or we played with our dolls, and the boys did not want to play whatever board games we had. The boys wanted to play ball. So the boys would go play ball, and the girls would go play with the games. And sometimes we'd go outside, and I had a cousin that would do tumbling, and we would do things outside too, but we didn't want to play ball. Sometimes we'd play Mother May I, Red Light, Green Light. We'd play games like that, because there were so many of us. But we played all different kind of things. So whatever you wanted to play, there'd be somebody playing it that you could be a part of it. It is interesting to me that we never had any girls that I know of that wished they could play baseball or football. They didn't want to. They didn't mind watching. But no, we don't want to play that. So we didn't. Okay. So this book, it's To Me from Santa. It's for To Me from Me. But this will give me something to open on Christmas Eve. And it's a good thing I love to wrap presents. I'm going to wrap my own presents. But that doesn't bother me because I like to do it. Okay, there, that one's done. Now I've got 2. Now I'm actually going to wrap this present too. This is a present, it's a book that my niece and her husband sent me, and I just got it today. And the only reason I went ahead and opened it is I sent her some things as well, and she went ahead and opened them. So because she opened, I opened it too. Well, she said, did you get it? It said it arrived today. Did it get there? And I thought, I'm going to go ahead and open it because she's asking me about it. And I think she wants to know, we're out of this paper. We're at the end of the roll. Let's see if this will work. So I thought, I am going to go ahead and open it. And I did. But now I'm going to wrap it. Because then everybody in my family can see. Which I think is kind of fun. Let's see, is it big enough on this end? Kind of no. Okay, so let's wrap it on this end. Let's see how far. You know what? Do I need to use this for a different present? I don't think. Oh, let's do it this way. Let's do it this way. That way will work. Okay. I don't want to come up short again. That was no fun. Okay, here we go. Let's see if it'll work this way. Oh, yeah. Perfect. Okay, the cat is running and tearing through the boxes. What are you doing, Godiva? She just ran off like something was after her. She made a noise and she scared herself, I think. So, we used to do all of that every Christmas, and it was so great, and I miss it so much. I would give anything to go back to those years, and go back to that life. So much better than the one I have now. So much better. I miss it so much. But this year, we're going to Zoom call. And I'm glad to get to do that, actually. Because it's better than nothing. So my aunts and uncles and my parents, everybody is in their 70s and 80s. And so we don't want to risk anybody in this day and age. So we are Zoom calling. We are getting together with my immediate family, so my parents and my brother and sister and their families, but the aunts and uncles and cousins, at least the ones who want to, we're doing Zoom call. But that's really neat because we do, it's kind of a novelty at the same time, so it's something different, But cannot imagine how much I miss the days of my childhood. As I look through my life, I think that was like the only time I was ever really happy. Had I just known that was going to be the happiest life I'd ever had, maybe I would have appreciated it more at the time. Not that I didn't appreciate it, I did, but I expected my adult life to get happier, and it didn't. But I do have some great memories of that. And I imagine they will always stay, because I have an amazing memory. I can just remember everything. I remember some of the funniest things that happened when I was young, that my grandfather did, my dad's dad. He was quite a prankster. He was really funny. And he, with the 7 kids, now when I was 7 years old, one of the brothers died, one of my uncles died in a car accident, really sad. So, after a while there were only 6 living children, but there were originally 7. But what he used to do is give all his kids some money every year. And he used to give all his kids $100 every year. And he'd buy them presents too, but he always wanted to give them some cash. And so he got to where, and it was always cash, it wasn't a check, it was cash. So, because that's the way he liked to do it. And so he started coming up with these inventive ways, and just to be different, of ways to give them the money. And so one year, he decided to put the money, these are some of our famous stories of my childhood. He decided to put the money in some cards. He wanted to put in some Christmas cards. So he asked my grandmother, do you have any Christmas cards? And she said, yes. And he said, where are they? And she said, they are in the office. They had a room that was an office. They're in the office on the shelf. So we went in the office, and sure enough, there was a box of cards in there. So he grabbed 6 or 7 cards, whichever year it was. I don't remember if my uncle was still there or not. But so he grabbed a few cards and he wrote, you know, his name at the bottom or something for them for all his kids. And he put the money in each card and then addressed the envelope to each of their kids. Okay, what he did not know, what he didn't realize, is my grandmother had 2 boxes of cards in there, in the office. One was Christmas cards. The other was all occasion cards. Just a box. Oh, look what I've done here. Oh, dear. It was a box of mixed cards. All kinds, any kinds. He grabbed the wrong box. And he didn't pay any attention. He just said, you know, oh, here's the box of cards. That must be them. And he didn't read them. He didn't look at them. He just opened it up, stuck in the money, wrote his name on the bottom or something, mom and dad, and put their name on the outside of the envelope and put them under the tree. And so when they got the cards, none of them were right. So like one of my aunts got a card that said, congratulations on your new baby. She didn't have a new baby. One of them said, I'm sorry for your loss. One of them said, happy birthday. Well, they all said different things. And everybody got such a kick out of it. Like, okay, why does this say, I'm sorry for your loss? What was that? Why does this say, congratulations on your new baby? I don't have a baby. I'm not having a baby. What is that? It was really funny. Really funny. And what was so funny is he hadn't done it on purpose. He just grabbed the cards. Well, another year. Oh, now you're going to appreciate this. You're going to appreciate this story like it has never been appreciated before. Okay, so during this era that this was done, this would have been the 1970s, like the early 1970s. And if you were around then, you may or may not remember that we had a paper shortage. At least they said we did. They said we had a paper shortage. I never did notice any shortage like you do now. I never noticed a shortage, but this was what the news was telling us. There's a paper shortage. So my grandfather decided it would be funny to get $100 in $1 bills for each of his kids. So we went to the bank and he said, I want $100 for each of my children, but in $1 bills. Yeah, he got the $1 bills, and then he spent weeks, my grandmother said, unrolling rolls of toilet paper. I think it is hilarious that it was toilet paper, because the issues that we have with toilet paper right now, we did not have it in the 70s. You never went to the store and there was no toilet paper. It was just reported on the news. It never really happened. But he went and bought a roll of toilet paper for each of his kids. And he painstakingly unrolled it in what they called the recreation room. Now, in the era now, you'd call it the family room. But they didn't have anything they called a family room built in that era, because that was something they came up with later, believe it or not. But it would have been the family room. And they called it the recreation room. It was a big room, though. It was really big. It's where he had the most space. And so he would painstakingly unroll the toilet paper. Then he took each $1 bill, 100 in each roll, and taped it down the roll. Then he very carefully rolled it back up for each one. This is how he was having a blast doing this, because he thought it was funny. Then he wrapped up the toilet paper and addressed it to each one. So when everybody got their gift that year, it was a roll of toilet paper. Now, you think people would do that now, but my grandfather did it in the early 70s. So everybody unwrapped their roll of toilet paper, but they realized right away, of course, because you can see through it, oh, there's money in here. This is our money. So they started, all 6, there would have still been just 6 of them at that time. All 6 of them started unrolling the toilet paper and taking off those $1 bills. And they unrolled, and they unrolled. And they laughed, and we took pictures, and we unrolled and unrolled and unrolled. It took them forever. And by the time we got done, everybody had a huge mound that looked like a big marshmallow made out of toilet paper beside them. Because they didn't really want the toilet paper. They wanted the money. So they just unrolled the toilet paper onto the floor. So there was a huge pile of toilet paper by everybody in their pictures. That was a funny year. So much fun we had. Okay, so now let's see. Where are we at here? I am going to give everybody, for one of the presents that they got, this is a little accessory. A little accessory that goes with their present. So I'm going to, and I don't need that one. I just need 2. So I'm going to wrap that one and these 2. They're just little boxes. I like wrapping little boxes. You can be done real fast. What time is it? I can't see that. Oh, it's 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock. All right, so let's wrap this little one. Look, I have this. That's why I save these scraps. That's why I save them. I don't think that one's not going to fit, but that one is. There we go. All right, let's do. See, it pays. It pays to save the teeny scrap of paper. Okay, I'm going to want that to end on top right there. There we go. I'm going to tightly wrap and just keep rolling him. There we go. Then I'm going to tape it right there where it ended. But, oh, you just can't imagine how much we laughed. That was probably the best one he did, was the toilet paper. My grandmother, it is so funny. My grandmother spent most of that week or so that he took doing all that work. She spent most of the time worried that somebody was going to come over to visit and see miles of toilet paper unwrapped in the room. Like, people are going to see toilet paper all over the place. Nobody can come to visit right now. What will they think that we have toilet paper everywhere wrapped in the recreation room? Just rolled out everywhere. What are people going to think of us? This is so funny. I don't think anybody, if they did come to visit, she didn't open the doors to the recreation room. You didn't know it. See, that was quick, wasn't it? Boom, we're done with that one. I don't know if I want to bother putting a ribbon on that because I do not think, am I looking for the right one here? Hold on. Where are you? Here it is. I don't think that's gonna, it's too small to put a ribbon on. I mean, I could, but I do want to put the name tag on it, though, if I can get it off here. These are actually Lime Life. These are Lime Life name tags. Gift tags. But I want to make sure it stays on, so I'm taping it down. There we go. There's that one. Then we're going to do a couple more. Oh, let's see what other little scraps we have. Oh, look. Here's one. Let's see if this one fits. No. That is a no. Let's see. What about the other way? It's not going to work the other way either. Oh, it's okay. Well, I have another one. Nope. Okay, let's try this one. Let me put you over there. How about this one? Da, da, da. Oh, that one's a yes. That's a yes. Okay, we're going to roll this one. Ta-da. Okay, here we go. Ta-da. Nope, that's too far. Wait a minute. I want it to end there. So let's fold it over a little more. So are any of you having Zoom calls for Christmas? Who would have ever thought this had been the kind of Christmas we'd have now? Did you ever go to Disney World? And you ever go to Epcot? And you ride in what they call Spaceship Earth? It's the very first ride that you come in when you go to Epcot. It's like the big Earth, and it has a ride inside of it, and it's like, it's about communication. That's what it's about. And you start the caveman days, and then you ride, and you come to the end that's supposed to be the futuristic days. And in the futuristic days, oh, let's do it this way. The futuristic days have people talking to each other by computer. And it shows like somebody in Japan is talking to somebody in America and somebody in France and somebody. And yes, so they were doing it across the world. And I'm like, ooh, that came true, didn't it? Definitely came true, but we're talking to each other next door on the computer now. Okay, so that one is going to be another one here. It's funny. Yes, what we saw in Disney, it happened. Well, I think we knew it would happen one day anyway, but not because of the reason it happened. Didn't exactly expect this. Well, this is a long skinny strip. I wonder if that'll work. Will that work? No, that's too small. No. Let's get another piece. Too little. And so is that one. I like to try to use these scraps if it works. Oh, here we go. Da, 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 da. Bigger one. All right, here we go. There, there. So I'm only going to need it to be about that wide. Let's make sure it's long enough. Hey, Gwenny cat. There's my little kitty. Gwenny. Oh, don't Gwen. Hmm? What do, Gwen? Gwenny. She's like, bye. Bye. Wait, don't Gwenny. Oh, she's going to... I ordered some more treats, cat treats from Chewy. Chewy.com. And the box came, and it's sitting over there by the door. And they keep going to sniff it. They're like, I know I smell treats in there. I know it's in there. And I keep walking over there sniffing the box. It's so funny. Okay, I'm gonna wrap. Come on, come on. There we go. I love doing these little boxes. It's so easy. So easy. But I'm almost done. Ah, tape. The tape is fighting me. All right, there we go. Let's get the tape on there and then fold it. I don't know why the tape is being such a fighter. Do you sell Scentsy? I do not sell Scentsy. But there's a girl named Megan Sloop that lives in Alabama. She was my sponsor in Lime Life for a while. So she was in Lime Life. And then she got a new job. And so she said, oh, I don't really have time to do Lime Life and my new job. And so then I was moved to somebody else that was a different sponsor. And then I don't know what her new job was, but she did her new job. And then about a year or so later, she came across Scentsy and thought, maybe I do have time to do this now. Because, she's used to her new job and stuff now. Let's see. This one? Yes, this one is going here. So she started selling Scentsy. And because she was my sponsor for a while in Lime Life, and I really liked her. She's so sweet. So I had never bought Scentsy before, but I've been buying it from her. So if you want, I can link her website to you, and you can go look and see what they have if you want to. But no, I do not sell it. I do Lime Life. But I've been buying it. Here's, there's one on the wall. It doesn't show up very well because it glows. It glows. It looks like the sun, doesn't it? Here, let me turn it off so you can see it better. But this is one of the ones I bought. There, you can see it now. Just a little one. Right, let me turn it back on. I love them, though. They smell so good. They're so pretty. They have such a pretty glow. Okay, now, I have a couple of big things to wrap. And I don't necessarily have to wrap these, but I want to. And what I got, now don't tell them, but I got something for my cats. Don't tell them what it is. I got some cat beds. Are they cute? Now the thing is, they had them on sale at PetSmart. I don't know if they're going to like them because, cats are picky. And they might like a box. Your sister sells it. Oh, okay, good. Then you have somebody. They're probably like a box better than this bed. And you know what? I figured out what they don't like. You know what they don't like? They don't like this squishy stuff to step on it. Because it scares them. Because it's unstable. So if they don't like the bed, I'm probably going to cut it at the bottom and pull the fuzz out, the stuffing out of the bottom. But what they do like is this part. Because I roll a towel like this and put it together and they lay in it. They love the side, but they don't like the squishy bottom. But we're going to see if they like it first or not. And then if they don't like it, I'm going to try to fix it. But I'm going to wrap them. And the reason I'm going to wrap them is because this is all I got. I don't have any kids. I don't have any grandkids. I mean, who am I going to open presents with other than go into my family? But when I come back home, I don't have anybody here to do it with except me. And I'm going to open all my presents there. So I am going to save my little cat beds for Christmas Day. So this will give me a little happy, uplifted feeling rather than being depressed. It'll give me a little bit of a moment of happiness that I can feel like I have kids or somebody to open presents with at Christmas. Because everybody in my family has them but me. It's kind of like being an observer for everybody else's Christmas. Okay, I think I can just do that. Okay, so this is going to be a weird thing to wrap. It's going to take a lot of paper too, but that's all right. So let's, from there, I'm sorry, I'm about to knock this over. I'm trying to make sure I get, oh, there's the end. But that's good because I'd like some new paper. I get tired of the same old paper. So if I use it, that just means I get to buy some new paper. And after Christmas, it's on sale really cheap. Okay, there you go. I have some more in the other room, too. Will this work? Oh, yes, it will. It'll work. I thought about putting these in a box to wrap them, but I don't want to do that. This will be fine. It's not like the cats are actually going to open it. But this will just give me maybe a couple more moments of happiness. Just a few moments. There aren't many, but it's a few. And we will see if they even want them. I guarantee you they will sniff them down. Well, hey, Miss Queenie. Where you going? She's walking through the tunnel. In a circle. What time is it? It's not 10 o'clock, is it? Oh, no. I was going to say, if it's getting close to 10:30, she's going to be coming and circling around me saying it's time to feed me. But no, I got about an hour to go for that. Oh, this tape. Seriously, why is this tape sticking so bad to my fingers? I never had this bad a problem. Somehow this tape's staying more curled. All right, let's see now if I can do this end. Like you can even see it. Here we go. End, end, end. So do you have a bunch of Scentsy then in your house if your sister sells it? Oh, there goes Godiva. Godiva is running like mad through the tunnel. That is so funny. Godiva, what you doing, girl? I don't know if they're trying to figure out what I'm doing or what. All right, tape. Come on. Here we go again. Quit curling. There we go. Let's tape it here and here. So this just gives me something to open because cats are not going to open it. They wouldn't know how to open it. If it was a dog, you might could get a dog to open it. Cats are not going to open a present. They're going to look at it like, oh, that's making a lot of noise. I'm scared. That's what they're going to do. What is it? It's making noise. Crinkle paper noise. I'm scared. And then I will open it and I will put the beds on the floor and they will look at them like they are alien. Like, what have you brought in here? But they will be so curious. They will not be able to stand to not go see. Because that's what they do. They've got to go see. That thing about curiosity killed the cat. That is the truth. They are so curious. They got to see what it is. They can't stand it. They cannot stand it. Okay, there's one. You know what? Well, I did actually. I don't think I'm going to do ribbon. You know why I'm not going to do ribbon? My little Guinevere, the tabby, she likes to eat ribbon. Yes, she does. She likes to eat ribbon. You know what I didn't do? I didn't put the tag on this one. That was from my niece and her husband. I have it made out, so let me do that. So I am not going to do ribbon because that's what she'll want. Oh, forget that bed. Give me the ribbon. And I will eat it. Yeah, she will eat it and swallow it and throw it up. Or other. Yeah, that's fun. She's done that. So she can't be around ribbon. She has a little addiction problem or something. Eat the ribbon. Okay, so this one we're going to do to Guinevere from Mama. Here we go. So I'm going to put that on the present. Here we go. One cat bed. We got the other cat bed. Then I have one more present to wrap. Then I'm done. One more after this. Oh no, it's not either. I have a couple more. I keep forgetting I got to do those. All right, let's do this big one. And we're going to do it with this. I got something sticking to it. There we go. There's that one. Almost a minute here. And then this one. Oh, we came to the end of the roll again. Now, what are the odds of that? What are the odds that it happened exactly again with a different roll? That's bizarre. It happened again. I don't have to cut it, though. That is so funny. Look, and it's exactly right. Twice in a row. Never seen that happen before. Loved it, though. Okay, here we go. Cat bed number 2. Seriously, I think they're going to say, where are our towels that we lay on when I bring these beds out? Put the beds away. We want our towels. Cats are like that. Kids are like that, too. Give me the box. I don't want the toy. Give me the box. Pets, it's just like that. I want to play with the box. I want to get in the box. I want to do the box. I want to be with the box. The toy, no. Box. Aren't they funny? What is the fascination of the box? I don't know. But it's there. But there's no box with the bed, so. Here we go. Unfurl the tape. Uh-oh. It's stuck on itself. Oh, I hate when tape sticks on itself. Ooh. There we go. Nope. Stuck again. This tape has been the fightingest tape I have ever used. There we go. I don't know why, though. Why is it worse than normal? Maybe it's older tape and I've had it wrapped in a roll. You know, it's been rolled so long that I don't want to unroll. Look, I mean, seriously. Come on. Quit. But I've got to touch it all over to keep it flat, and then it, you know, then it doesn't stick as well. One more end. One more end. One more end. Then I have a couple more Christmas presents to wrap, and then one more other present to wrap. Oh, I did it again. I give up. We're sticking it on. Fold it on itself. Don't care. Okay, here we go. Fold this corner. Fold this corner. You know, it's hard to wrap something. It's like a big pillow. It's a little imperfect. And if the tape, okay, let's put the tape on first. I cannot fold it and hold it with one hand and put the tape on. That's how I normally do. I can't do it because the tape is curling. So let's put the tape on first and then fold it. It's just not how I'm used to doing it. Okay, let's tape that down. Somebody want to come help me fight with this tape? I'm having a losing battle with the tape right now. Seriously, I need an assistant to just come do this tape. Because I'm about ready to throw it out the window right now. You know, I am not easily angered. I don't get angry with people easily. I do not. But inanimate objects like tape that are not doing what they were made to do can really annoy me. More than people. Why is that? I don't know. Because it's an inanimate object. It's not like it has a choice, but it's still not doing right. Oh, that made me mad. Okay, we go. But you know, that's real good for people because I don't get angry with people easily. It's hard to make me mad. To be mad enough to like really be mad. Otherwise, I just might be annoyed and go in the other room. But there we go. I think it's just that I love people so much. I love people so much, it's hard for me to get mad at you if I love you. But I don't really love tape, so it can really make me mad. Okay, so now we have some scents to go with the stuff that I bought for my niece. No, my niece already got hers. So this is for a couple other family members. I don't want to say who, because what if they're watching? It's for some other family members. All right, let me see now. Oh, well, you know what? I used all my paper. Oh, here's some. Here's some. Here's some. I have more paper. It's just not all here. And I would have to go dig that up. Oh, here we go. And I would rather finish with what I have here. So let's Let's do this. This is going to be just enough for both of them. I do believe. I do believe it's going to be enough. Yep. Okay, so we're going to cut this in half. Right here. Cats are crashing into something in there. What are y'all doing? I hear thumping. Let me check, see what they're doing. Oh, they're hiding. What are y'all doing? There's not a cat in sight. Not a cat in sight. What are they doing? They know, too. They, uh-oh! We made a noise. She coming. She coming. We're going to be in trouble. Just like kids. Coming, you're going to be in trouble. So funny. And so where are they? They're hiding. Somewhere. Oh, hear them again. What are you all doing, girls? I still don't see them. I keep trying to catch and see what I hear, what they're doing. They're making noise, and every time they're hiding. They're little stinkers. Oh, I'm gonna go find something knocked over in there later or what? We'll soon see. Okay, so these are 3 of the little scent packs, and we're gonna see. Hopefully these will stay together. I didn't want to wrap them separate. That's an awful lot of wrapping. Oh, let's see. This one was, I got a certain one I want to give. Now, you heard that one. What are we doing? What was that? Okay, there's my little Gwenny. All right, I got to get my glasses. Hold on, I can't see what they're doing. That was a loud noise. What's them little birds doing? Let's go see. What y'all doing in here, huh? What you girls up to? Oh, they're just going to run to hide. I still don't know what they're up to. But she heard me talking to her and she's like, uh-oh! Off she ran. I don't even know where the other one is. Okay, there's one. Okay, so that one is going to be this one. Well, these labels don't want to pick. They don't want to unpeel. There you go. I love these little. Just make sure they stay on. See? It's a little Lime Life mug. Isn't that cute? They sent us these, I think, last year maybe. Or the year before. It might have been the year before. And there were so many of them. I have not gone through them all. So I have 3 more here. Whew. I'm getting tired. If you're getting tired of watching, but I'm getting tired of doing. I only have 1 more after this. You notice I've gotten tired of ribbon. I can always do ribbon later. If I even put ribbon on these. I might do a tiny piece. I'm getting tired of standing. And I'm getting hungry. And thirsty. This is the most collapsible tape. Come on now, quit doing it. Let's put the tape on first. Down here. Alright, there we go. Then we're going to do this. This. And pull up the tape. Yeah, that worked pretty well. There we go. Okay, and then we are going to do this one. I can peel it. Go and peel. Ta-da! All right, that's all the Christmas presents, but I have 1 more present. What is this, you might say? This is a birthday present for me, 2 days after Christmas. I ordered it myself, and I'm going to wrap it. Oh, somebody's knocking on my door. Hold on. Who's knocking on my door? Who is it? Thank you so much. Appreciate that. I got a package! Look what I got. It was a package at my door. Late, good grief. 10:30 at 9:30 at night. Delivering me a package. I got a package. It's a Lime Life package. What is in it? I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow. Because I'm tired. So this is perfume. I bought myself some perfume. This is some perfume I bought once 4 years ago. And I haven't had it since then, and I wanted perfume. I thought, what can I get for my birthday? And see, here's the thing. I really don't get birthday presents anymore. I haven't gotten birthday presents since I've been alone. I haven't gotten birthday present in 8 years, except what I bought for myself. And since I'm usually by myself on my birthday, I won't be by myself on my birthday this year because it's Sunday. And Sunday's the day I always go eat lunch with Mom. But I will make my own lunch, make my own cake. That's what I do. It's that or don't have it. And so I will be with Mom on my birthday for part of my birthday, but I'm sorry, that's not my dream birthday. Be with your mother. I love my mother, but that's not my dream birthday. I'm very thankful to have my mother. Some people do not have their mother and would love to be able to spend their birthday with their mother. And I am thankful that I get to spend some of the time with my mother, but I don't want to be there all day, and I won't be there all day. I'll just be there part of the day. And then I'll come home and be alone. It was that way, been that way for 8 years now. And my birthday is probably the most depressing day to be alone. Because, we always did stuff when I was married. We always did stuff on my birthday. And I would get some little present. I don't really care about what the present is. Just, I love to be able to have something to open and unwrap. And not having something to open and unwrap on my birthday, even if it's a little tiny token nothing thing, it's just more depressing than I can stand. So every year, I buy myself a little birthday present. And I wrap it in birthday paper, not Christmas paper. In birthday paper. And I leave it under my tree till the 27th, which is my birthday. And then I get up and I open my present on my birthday. Even though I know what it is, I do not care. I can, for just a moment, pretend I'm having a happy birthday. Just for a little moment. I can remember the birthdays where somebody actually wanted to buy me a present. Now, my parents would buy me presents if they could afford to. They would. Just for a moment, I can close my eyes and pretend that it's a happy birthday. Because I'll give myself a little present. I mean, there's got to be something that can make it happy. Something. What else would there be? A little present, a little dinner and cake that I make myself. That's all there is. So, I take what I have and what I can do, and give myself a fleeting moment of happiness on my birthday. So there's my birthday present. So let me put these are the hardest things to peel. But I have, this has been my life for 8 years. It's been my life. The only life I've got. It's the only one I've been given. I suppose I could have a party for myself and invite people over. Maybe it's my own fault I'm alone. I could do that. But, 2 days after Christmas, you know how many people are anxious to party 2 days after Christmas? Nobody. Oh, they would. If I had, I think somebody would. But I hate to impose on people. And then, it's family time. After Christmas, everybody's off with their families. They're doing stuff with their families. It's holiday time. And, they were never a part of my birthday much before. I hate to suddenly impose on people and say, okay, y'all can be a part of my birthday now. So, me and my little present, and my cats, and my mom for a little while, will be here for my birthday. And there we go. So I'm going to go ahead and go. I hope you enjoyed watching me wrap my presents. I hope you have somebody at your house to open presents with. If not, then you can be thinking of me and I will be thinking of you, and we can pretend we're with each other, unwrapping our presents together. I will be with my family at Christmas Eve unwrapping most of these presents. But on Christmas Day, I'm going to unwrap the cat presents with them. So if you're alone on Christmas Day, see, this will be the first Christmas Day that I have had nowhere to go in my whole life. because the big family is not getting together this year because of the virus. And I don't blame them a bit. I wouldn't want to make any of them sick. But this will be the first Christmas day I have had nowhere to go in my life. And it's very different. But you know, it's not just different for me. It's different for almost everybody right now. So I sympathize if it's harder for you this Christmas too. And I'm thinking about you. Even if I don't know you. I'm thinking about all the people out there who are having a harder time than they've had before this Christmas. But be thankful for what you do have. I am thankful for what I do have. I'm thankful for what God has done for me. Even though I always kind of expected better. I expected better. I still expect better. I just don't know when better's coming. But for what I've had so far, I am thankful for the little bit I do have. And I am thankful for you. Because you want to watch my lives. Because in some ways, that's sometimes the only human connection that I have when I'm home. When I'm home, you know, I work, I go out to a job, but, you know, we're only at half staff now. So half the people are working from home, half the people are there. But in my own personal life, you know, I'm here by myself. So I appreciate even having virtual people with me at home. And if that's all I have, it's better than nothing. So I thank you for being a supporter and being somebody who likes to watch and being somebody who cares that I have somebody to talk to. So you have a good night. And tomorrow's Sunday. So tomorrow I will get up and cook. I'm not cooking anything fancy because Christmas is coming. That's going to be more fancy. Well, it's going to be a lot more work. So not really fancy, but there'll be more cooking. So I'm doing something simple tomorrow. I'm making spaghetti and I'm going to make lemon bars for dessert. So I'm going to do that in the morning and I'm put on my makeup. Hello again, Michelle. I don't know if you left, but your picture just showed up again. I love you too. And I am thinking about you and I care about you. And talk to me anytime. And come back tomorrow morning to watch me do my makeup and to cook some exciting spaghetti and lemon bars. So I'll see you later. Have a good night. Bye.